Principle of watermelon washout is simple. You can eat it, blend it, or juice it. Have as much as you want. Only watermelon though, nothing else. You're taking a food vacation. And the reason why we're doing this is because when you eat only one singular food, especially something as hydrating and nourishing as watermelon, you're giving your digestive system a break. And when your digestive system has a break, it can focus on the other areas of your body that need healing. Digestion takes up so much energy in the human body, and giving that system a chance to breathe and take a break helps your body in other areas. The other thing is that, especially if you live in the United States, most of our population is chronically dehydrated because we're not drinking the right kind of water. We're eating low fiber, low motility foods. A lot of people are eating mucus forming foods, and all of these things contribute to how well you're hydrated and how well you're feeling. Doing a watermelon washout floods your body with H3O, which is more viscous and more nutrient dense than regular water. So if this is something that you're interested in and you want to come join the party of people that are aligning themselves with their highest good through hydration and raw food, get in touch with Bobby.
All right, today we're going to talk about the most expensive thing, which is not money actually. It's actually your energy/time. Because once time and that energy is spent, once it's gone, you don't get it back, you don't get a redo. So I just want to make sure that you invest your time right and you spend your time right. So like I said, I went down to Georgia for 6 months with my father to be with him while he passed. So this is a picture of me and my father. Became my best friend when I was 21. When I was growing up, he was hard on me, disciplined, but I went back and looked and I realized he was to teach me how to be a man. He wanted me to show me things. He wanted me to see how to fix cars, how to lay down hardwood floors, how to fix things, how to just do things with my hands, how to be self-sufficient. When I was younger, I wasn't trying to hear it, as all of us were. We were just being hard-headed. He was just trying to show me how to be a man and how to be self-sufficient. That's all he wanted. My father showed me how to wash up properly. He didn't get like naked or anything like that. He did a demonstration and was like, hey, you wipe here, you start here, scroll down like this. He showed me how to tie my shoes. He showed me so many things that a man needs to teach a man that a woman can't teach a man. And as I grow older, he was shown. Now I look back, I'm thankful he showed me those things. He showed me how to work on cars. He has shown me so many things. But those last 6 months with him was the time I got to spend with him, which was worth more than $1 trillion. It was the best things. And right here, these are the last moments that I had with him. This is that last hug he gave me where he snapped out of it for like 2 or 3 minutes and was telling me how proud of he was of me and how much he loved me. And we're just hugging and crying and bawling. So I will never regret those last 6 months, because that was the most precious, expensive, richest time I ever got to spend. And the next thing goes for every night. Well, I'll say majority of the nights, me and my mom, we sit down and we watch Tubi. You know, Tubi is funny. Tubi has some low budget movies, but it's not the movies for me. It's the fact that I get to spend time with my mother and we get to laugh and joke. She takes her work hat off. I take my work hat off, and we just joke and laugh and just have conversation and enjoy that time with each other. It's about the time with her. I don't care if we were watching Barney or Sesame Street. If I got to spend time with my mom, that's the beautiful time of it. So I would just say this: make sure that you're investing your time, you appreciate your time, and you're valuing your time with people around you. And I'm not saying quit your job. Don't do that. No, don't do that. You need money. You need to make money. Do that. But when you do have your free time, use that time wisely. Use it preciously. And like I said, even on social media, nothing wrong with social media. Like, I love social media because I get to share my stories and share my advice, and hopefully it'll help somebody, and hopefully it'll change somebody. But at the same time, don't spend hours scrolling. Monitor yourself. Put a time limit on yourself. Say, hey, all right, I'm gonna scroll for 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the afternoon, 10 minutes at night, or I'm gonna do 30 minutes here, 30 minutes here. But don't spend all your time just scrolling, worrying about other people's life. Don't forget to live your life and to create your life and appreciate your life and appreciate those around you. Don't get so caught up in this world, which is not really real. It has great advice, great messages, but go out there, create your own messages, live your own life, and live and appreciate your time with people. Love the time you have, appreciate your time, and don't waste your energy on things that don't make sense. Put your energy in the good use.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. Let's go. Fruit up, fruit up, fruit up, fruit up, fruit up, fruit up, fruit up. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here. We are here. Welcome. Fruit up with Bobby Smith. We back at it. We back at it. We approaching the summer. We had to take a little break, but I'm excited about this, family. I'm excited about the work we putting in. I'm excited about the work we doing in the community. I'm excited about the conversations we having. What a time to be alive. You feel me? Like, think about it. Think about it. What a time to really be alive and well. Fruit up family. That's what this is about. We got some big things coming up. Huge things coming up. June 1st. Watermelon washout. Y'all know what it is. It's going down. Me and my brother Kev Ramon. We excited to bring that to the people. Go to watermelonwashout.com and sign up for that right now. Get in the VIP. June 1st is going down. Get with the two people who did the most watermelon on the planet. On the planet. Who can say? Think about saying that. We did the most watermelon on the planet. Feel me? You know what I'm saying? I feel good about that. Shouts out to my brother. Join that right now. But enough about us. Tonight, I got an individual here. You know how we do. We bring the people to the community who raising the vibration of the planet. And how do you do that? How do you raise the vibration of the planet? You raise your own vibration. You raise your own vibration. And tonight, we bringing on a brother who has raised his vibration. Y'all seen the video. You seen when he's talking about time and energy. Like, isn't it refreshing to hear my brother say, I get to spend time with my mom? Let me bring my brother on, man. Hold on. I ain't going to hold him no more. What's going on, brother? Stephone Jeffery, man. What's going on, family?
Nothing much, brother. How you doing, man? I'm just blessed, man. Blessed every day. So I can't complain. Every day is good. I'm extremely blessed. I can say that every day is a great day for me.
Likewise, brother. Likewise. I'm glad to have you on, man. Glad to be bringing your energy to the community. Share the live, family. Share the live. Share the live. Let's get the information out here. We will be back every week with another one. So my brother gonna get us started off. You know, like I'm gonna tell y'all like this. What happens is my sister Jadica is my sister. Shouts out to Jadica. We starting a podcast tomorrow night. Me and Jadica on my YouTube. My brother though, she was like, "Hey, Bobby, you know who Stephone Jeffery is?" I'm like, "No." She like, "Bro, he high level. He on this shit." I'm like, "For real? Like, let me see what he about." So I go check you out, and I'm like, "This brother for real. This brother really doing it. This brother really talking about fruit is life, and he really sparing that message. And more people need to hear this." So I'm gonna give you the floor, family. Let's tell the people a little about who Stephone Jeffery is, where you come from, and what you about, man.
Okay, yeah, was born in Colorado, moved to Virginia, moved to Atlanta, back and forth, Virginia, Atlanta. Then went to school in Virginia, Beach. But my story, my true story starts is about 20. I want to say 2022. I was living in Florida. I moved in with this girl. She had 3 kids. I didn't have any kids, so a lot of stress was hitting me. And I found myself just drinking a lot. I mean, drinking like I could drink like a bottle. My friends would say I was alcoholic before that though. And so one day we had took these energy pills, and like it just had my chest is beating real hard, like beating. I'm like, all right, cool. So we had 2 puppies. We just bought two little pit bulls. And so one day I'm walking and they're small. They're about this small, and they're just pulling me. And I'm like, at the time I was like maybe 230 at the time. And they're pulling me. And I'm like, hold up, what's going on? I got dizzy every time I walked them. So I was like, so I go to the hospital. They're like, man, so I go to the urgent care. They're like, man, your blood pressure is 220 over 114.
Woo.
It was like, yeah, they were like, you can't drive. So the girl I was in, she had to come pick me up. So we go to the hospital. They were like, they were just giving me meds, trying to get my blood pressure medication, trying to get my blood pressure down. But point blank period, they couldn't get it down. So I'd stay in the hospital for like a week at that time. I spent my 37th birthday in the hospital bed by myself. And then so finally they gave me enough meds and they got my blood pressure down to like maybe like I think it was like 100 over like it was like like 100 over like 90 or something like that. It was something like that. It was like if it's this level, you can go like that. So so that happened. So I was still in Florida. I'm like, all right, cool. So every day I'm like, I'm dizzy, I'm not right, I'm weak. I'm like, man, this is messed up. So they diagnosed me with a stroke at the time. Like, oh, you got a stroke. But with strokes, you're supposed to get better. I wasn't getting better. So one day I was like I was in the bathroom washing my face, and I just like my eyes were in the back of my head. And the girl's older son, she said, "You okay?" She's like, you need to come sit down. My blood pressure had dropped to 85 over 58. So the ambulance comes, they put some they give me IV, hydrate me. My blood pressure kind of goes back up. They're like, all right, cool. So but they just said, oh, it's part of the stroke, blah, blah, blah. So another time goes by. I'm like, man, a couple of weeks go by. Another situation happens. We go to a hospital in a place called Fort Walton, Florida. They take an MRI. And then so they was like, we're going to admit you. So I went to another hospital. They sent me to, they took my MRI there and shipped me off to another hospital where they had like a more neurologist at. So I go there. They like, oh, like it's nothing, blah, blah, blah. It's like nothing. I'm like, all right, cool. So then that time my mom had called me. She was like, hey, she was like, do you want to come down? Because my mom's in North Carolina. She was like, you want to come see some Duke doctors? So she came and got me. Her and my sister came and got me and drove me from Florida. Flew down there, drove my car back up from Florida to North Carolina. I came up to Duke. I was here, but Duke was still going off the diagnosis of Florida, which was just straight going off the stroke thing. But then one day, I think it was Mother's Day weekend, 2022. I'm like, I go to the hospital and like, so my mom was like, so I try to use the bathroom one morning and I fall in between the sink and the tub. I fall in between the crevices. It takes me like 10 minutes to get back up. I get myself into the room. I sit on the bed. I'm like sitting on the bed. I slide off the bed. I end up on my tummy on the floor. My mom comes in the room. She's like, you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. I'll get up. She's looking at me. She's supposed to go out of town that weekend too. My aunt's supposed to come watch me. So she was like, hey, so like a couple hours later, she calls the nurse. She was like, hey, you need to take him to the hospital. So she's like, put your clothes on. I try to put my like my pants are at my ankles. I'm like, mom, I can't. I said, I can't put my pants up. She was like, what? She helped my pants up. I was like, mom, I can't tie my shoes. Like my body just started to go limp. I'm like, what? So then my mom and my mom, like I'm like 5'10". At the time, I'm like maybe 190, 195. My mom's like maybe 5'5". My aunt's like 5'4". They had to carry me. Like my aunt's in the front of me. And I'm struggling. I'm like taking like slow steps. I'm trying to like force myself to walk, but they're holding me up, and that's a lot. I'm dead weight to them. Yeah. So we go to the hospital. They take the MRI. They're like, oh, you got MS. And I'm like, all right, cool. And previous before that, I knew I had chronic kidney disease. So when I came to from Florida, my kidneys were functioning like 30%. And the crazy thing about it, the doctors were like, you could still have a drink a week. They still told me I could drink.
They told you could still drink alcohol.
They said you could still have a drink a week. I was like, what?
Man.
Yeah, that's something, right? So yeah, so they're like, but fast forward, I'm like, so they say I have MS. I'm like, all right, cool. So I get diagnosed with MS. That's what happened. So I lose all my functions. My first video on my page, if you see, I'm looking down like this. I can barely move like that. So 2022 was me just fighting MS. I wasn't on fruit. I wasn't on any diet. I was just, my body was naturally healing itself. That's the truth. Like, because our bodies want to heal themselves.
So prior to you having the stroke, being diagnosed with MS, how was you eating? Like, would you just?
I was horrible. I always, because I ate so bad. I realized this every time I went for a physical in high school. I always had high blood pressure. I was just so young. I knew how to get it back down. But it was because I always ate bad. Like I was too young to have like go and get a physical. Like you got high blood pressure. That was ridiculous. Yeah. But I ate fast food, McDonald's, Wendy's, and especially in college, it was like we going Wawa, all that stuff. We just eating. I was horrible.
Yeah. So like, what was your top weight? Like what was your biggest weight?
My biggest weight actually was in Florida. I was 230.
230.
Yeah, 230.
Man, your story sounds so similar to mine, bro. Like Like it's so crazy because that's the we were on the same age. I had some of the same similar weight issues and stuff. Man, it's crazy. So go ahead, man. Go continue telling the story.
And I was always fake swole. You know what I'm saying? I walk around with like little muscle shirt. I had a belly and all that, like buffing up like I was somebody. Like people like, you got some nice arms. I was like, man, I got fat under here and stuff like that. I just looked like I was that. And I go to the gym, but I still ate horrible. Like working out doesn't mean nothing if you eat terrible.
It don't.
Yeah, it does. And I was drinking, not drink like a fish. Like my friends would tell you this. I'll be the person that get everybody drunk, and I finish a bottle like it was water, like it was nothing to me. And I know that's the issue with everything. So I had alcohol. I was alcoholic. It was what it was. I was a functioning alcoholic. That's what it was. I wasn't like a drunk where I was sloppy and out of control. It was just that I could just drink a lot.
So see, I was one of them sloppy, outrageous, here come Bobby, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so that's where I come from. So it's interesting that's even a similarity with you. Alcoholism.
Yeah. And it plagues our community too. It's a thing because it's on every store and it's like it just hits you and it's like everybody looks at you crazy. It's crazy. Like people look at you crazy when you say you don't drink. And that's how I'm on, because I look at people like, you don't drink, like what you don't drink for? Like that was like a way of having fun.
Yeah,
like it's just it just really just tearing us down inside, and it's just one of those things. And it was like, and like I said, even like that, even like I even after I had that mess, they said I could drink. So I was drinking a little bit in 2023. I'm not gonna lie, but then one day
after the stroke incident and stuff,
even after MS, even I stopped drinking like totally last year in September
2023. So
that's when I stopped.
Talk about that. Talk about the process of going through that with MS and how was that?
MS humbled me because MS sucks because I couldn't move. So like when I was in the hospital, I literally was pooping on myself, peeing on myself, and I couldn't do anything about it. So I had to call somebody. Somebody came too late. I got crap all over myself, and it's like people have to wash you and get on this thing where, to use the bathroom, you got to kind of like get on there. They like stand you up and then they roll you into the bathroom. But if you don't make it, you don't make it. And it was great. And there was one night where, because like I didn't go to the bathroom like the first, like maybe like only went to the bathroom maybe because I went to 2 hospitals. The first hospital was the one where they diagnosed me. My second one was a rehab hospital, but I was still in the bed all day long. So, but I remember that hospital. I didn't eat. They was like, you go to the bathroom, I was like, no. So they had to stick a a sedative or those things they stick up your butt and it makes you come out and poop. Yeah. I had to go through that, but that I was going all night that day. I couldn't stop going. I was just like, but that sucks when somebody has to be in charge of you.
Right.
So when I came home, my mom she had to make breakfast for me every morning, lunch, dinner. She had to do everything. She had to clean me, wash me, make sure if I go to the bathroom, I had to call her back, Mom, I need to go to the bathroom, help me get into the bed. But she stuck in there with me. She said one thing, what was beautiful. She said, this is what family does. This is what we do. And but I learned how to fold again. Like I didn't have no function in my fingers. My first video, you can see me holding, like trying to put some seasoning down. It was I didn't have any function. Like my hands, I wasn't functioning at all like that. That was a process. I lost all feeling. Like it was me regaining how to do everything over again.
That's crazy. Like, and you know what, man? Like when I came in the community, you usually don't hear MS. For me, you're the first man I met with MS. Yeah. And like, MS, is that something that's normal with men, or what's
MS? There's no reason how you get it. Like MS could come from stress, it could come from drinking, it could come from bad foods. Like, and pretty much, even watching Yaki, there's no such thing as a disease. It's just mucus and acids built up in your cells that you have to get out, and that's all MS is. And it was just like, so I know for me, it was years of drinking, years of eating bad food, and stress because I was in a situation I shouldn't have been in. And so our way of coping with each other was always drinking. That's all we did. We drank.
Yeah.
And so MS just attacks your nerves. That's all it does. It attacks your nerves. It attacks your muscles, and it's just mucus. And so it's just one of those things. So, but MS was the best thing to happen to me because it brought me here. Because if I didn't get MS, I would probably be dead. I probably would have had an overdose on alcohol. I probably would have got caught. I would have probably crashed my car drunk driving. I probably would have had a heart attack from eating bad. Like MS saved my life. Like that's
crazy. Hey man, that's a beautiful take. You know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful take, that a perception to have. You know what I mean? You never hear people appreciate where they come from like that.
Yeah, you
and that, I can resonate with that.
Yeah, you have to, because like once you wake up, you realize that's why you know, the universe, God, whoever you pray to, like that's why they brought you through there, because they're like, I didn't kill you because I'm trying to wake you up and show you how you got to move. And if it doesn't wake you up, then yeah, you're gonna die next. So I was like, I don't want to go down. And then so I had MS, and I had chronic kidney disease the whole time. My kidneys were functioning at 30%. I know my kidneys are functioning at 100%, at least 97 now. Like I know that for a fact. My blood pressure is down, and they try to put me on all these medications, and I'm actually on my last medication right now, because I was on 5 different medication pills for blood pressure.
That's insane. Let's talk about that. So you diagnosed with MS, you had the stroke, your kidneys wasn't functioning properly. What did you do? How did you come out of that? What steps did you take? How did you find out what to do?
The MS started to hit on itself. It was I think it was in 2023 last year. It was like around March. I joined TikTok, and then for some reason Yaki just started popping up on my page. So I just started researching. And my friend D, he said, man, he went on a juice fast, like a fruit juice fast. No, this is a regular juice fast. It was like a place called Raw Juice or something like that. So he ordered some juices. I tried it. And I felt good. I was like, all right, cool. So I wasn't all in yet. I still was eating like cooked foods, but I still was eating meat and stuff like that. And just not like, I'll be ordering stuff from like Buffalo Wild Wings and stuff.
Right.
But I was eating way better than I was before. But then I started watching Yaki, and I just started researching and looking. And I was like, all right, cool. Then I found you, and he was talking, he did an interview with you. And then I started following you, and I was like, this guy Bobby's raw, because you was raw. Like you be giving it to him raw, like, yo. I was like, this dude's straight honest. I was like, I like this guy. And then you start telling your story. I was like, all right. And then so one day, like I said, I was visiting my homegirl in Richmond, Virginia, and I went up there, and like I said, I was still drinking a little bit. So we took like a Jello shot, and I was on this antibiotic. My stomach just cramped up, and I was just down for the whole week. And I was like, I ain't drinking no more. And then I was like, how do I get rid of this? So I went home, and I drank coconut waters for 3 days straight.
Just like that?
Like that. And I felt amazing. I was just like, all right, there's something to this fruit lifestyle. So then my sister, we had found this lady. We have this lady called a watermelon lady around here in Raleigh, North Carolina. And she said,
that's the same lady Casino Crisis be talking about down there.
Oh, yeah. So I found her. So I just started, I bought watermelon. Started juicing. Definitely bought too much in the beginning because I didn't know how much I had to take, but it was all good. But yeah, so I found her, and I just started juicing watermelon. So I've been juicing since like October, like just going, like I drink 64 ounces of juice a day. Now, when I started like really like going like all fruits and of course Yaki has a list where I do vegetables and mushrooms and nuts, seeds and stuff like that. But I'm do fruits every day. Like that's gonna happen regardless. So But I started doing that in like January 1st. I was like, because I remember January 1st, I was like, I'm gonna stop. I was at my sister's for New Year's. I was like, man, I'm gonna have a vegetable egg roll, and I ate it and I just spit it out. I was like, I don't want this. And I just went full fledged, and I saw my healing process go from like 60% to like 120. And it's like I went from like now I'm starting to sprint now. Like I'm like back to playing ball again. So it's like one of those things where it's like this fruit lifestyle is real, like coming from the earth. Like these fruits heal us, and they really say, oh, it's too much sugar. Like, no, it's not. It's when you combine that with the BS you eat, and yes, it is going to be sugary on you. Eat straight fruits. There's people that you can research that live in these islands and these remote places that all they do is eat fruit, and they live to be 110 or 120. They don't want us to know that though.
Facts. Let's talk about this, man. So you said you found me, you found Yaki, you started researching, that helped you know what to do. It's so many people who was in our situation.
Yeah.
So many people right now who can't get it straight. They drinking, they lying to themselves. They know what their problem is. One of my things is, I know what my message is, when you know what your problems are, you know what to do. Why not do it? Like, and you an example of doing it. Let's talk about the transition though, the mindset. when you decided January 1st, like I ain't eating that egg roll no more, how tough has it been since you made that choice?
So my situation is different because my mindset was easy because of where I came from. I was like, I came from not being able to move. And when you come from that, you're like, I don't want to go back to that. I don't want my mom to ever have to take care of me again. And I was like, and then I'm like, I don't have any kids, but I got 13 nieces and nephews. I got 5 god kids. I have a ton of like youngins that like I said, I gotta live for them. And I was like, I gotta be an example because they're the next generation coming up. So they got to see somebody doing something positive, right? So for me, it was easy for me to make that switch because like I want to live and I also want to help people. Like I want to, because I know it's hard. I know it's hard for people. I know it's tough. I've been there before. I know it's hard to stop drinking. I know it's hard to stop eating fast food. I know because you're inundated with like I drive around every day and I'm like, they don't have one healthy spot on this corner. Like they ain't serving nothing good. Like they ain't serving nothing healthy for you. Like there's no fruit bars, there's no fruit trucks, there's not even healthy trucks where they serve like chickpeas and vegetables and stuff like that. It's just they really serve us death. It's like you just trying to kill us. Facts. And it's like that. So for me, that transition was easy for me. Now before that, it was hard. Like because doctors are telling me, oh, you can eat this, you can do that, just take these pills. They're trying to give me pills so they can keep you inundated for the rest of your life and be dependent on them. That's the truth. It's like you don't have to be on blood pressure medication. You don't have to be on these medications for your liver and stuff like that, and for thyroids. You don't have to. You can clear your body out and get rid of all that mucus and acid and live a beautiful, peaceful life. And it's just like we've been so inundated with so much stuff that it messes with our mind and it makes you think you can't do it. And as you know, like I said, I had to slow down because I used to go to war for you and Yaki in them comments and be like, I was like, I got it. I had MS. I had blood pressure. What are you talking to? Like, what do you mean? I was like, have you had this? And they back off and I tell them my story, like, well, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, see, you just don't want to do it. Like, stop lying.
Indeed. So when you know what to do and do it, it works. So, right now, would you say since you've had that experience that you've cured yourself or healed yourself of the things that you were
I would say I've healed myself. I'm not a healer. I'm not a doctor.
Facts.
But I will say I have healed myself. And I will say I am 150%. Like I said, I have a routine I get up in the morning. I do I'm doing a thing right now where I do 4 sets of I'm at 4 sets of 31 push-ups, but I add a push-up every morning. You know what I'm saying? So next week I'll do 4, 32, 33, 34. And I do that every morning. So, I do that. I play ball. I go play soccer. I'm athletic. I love going in nature, going to ground myself, going to take walks. So I would say that, yeah, I'm healed. Like I'm in tune with what we're supposed to be in tune with. That's another conversation, but it's
facts. So you, like you say, being in nature, going out, walking, doing the things that's necessary to stay grounded and all of that. Have you had any problems with drinking, or do you still want to drink? Do you still drink?
I don't want nothing. I don't even like, because I was cooking. I don't like the smell of meat. Like that's the crazy part. I was I drink it now. You can kick that. I don't care about that at all. I don't want it. Once you clear your body out of everything, you don't want that stuff no more. Like your mind is on a totally different level. You're like, I don't need that. Like I was making tacos for my niece one day and I was smelling the meat. I was like, this smells funny. They were like, no, it tastes fine. But to me, it's just like I'm cooking dead flesh now. I'm like, this is terrible. I'm like,
indeed. Yeah. So what's the outlook for you, man, going forward? Like, is this? It's like, let me ask you this, Stefan. It's like, talk to somebody right now who out there drinking, acting bad, not doing the right things, because we know the truth. One thing about it is when you see people out here eating all this bad food, kicking it, partying, having a good time, right? They don't show you when they in the bathroom throwing up. when they bowel movements all crazy. You know what I'm saying? They don't show you those times. Talk to the men or the women out there who's struggling and the mindset that it takes to get to this, to get to where you at from where you come from.
I would say to anybody, and I know you're going to hear this all the time, don't wait till it's too late. Like take a little step. I'm not saying completely stop. Maybe stop for 4 days. Maybe stop for a weekend. And then start to replace it with a fruit juice. I guarantee you're going to feel better. I guarantee you feel hydrated. Take steps. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't quit cold turkey, take steps, take your time. But there's going to be a time where God and the universe they're going to say, all right, we done with you. Like we done. Like you either going to go this route or you're going to go this route. Make a choice. Right. And so just make that choice now. Like for real, like make that choice. I am living proof. I got numbers. I got test results. I've been down before. I've been down to the point where I could not move. And like, you don't want to ever have that feeling where somebody has to push you around in a wheelchair. Somebody's got to wipe your behind. Somebody has to cut your food up for you like a child. Like that is not cool. That ain't fun. Like you don't want to be in that position. Like you don't want to be there. And it's like people worried about you. People care about you. And they like, yo, what's going on? Like how? And I put myself, I can't blame nobody. Like I had family, I had love around me, but that is totally my fault for my lifestyle choices for putting them in that position. Like you should not want to put people, understand this. When you get sick off of you have to realize you are putting everybody else around you in a position they don't need to be in. Oh, hold on, that's down. Sorry, it's getting dark in here. Let me turn my light on real quick.
Oh yeah, go ahead. It's all good. We live. I'm about to say, you ain't pay the electric bill, man.
Oh, nah, it's got dark. The light like the sun just went down, man. Got the natural light. So, but yeah, so you are putting. Oh man, let me just turn the light on. Hold on. Sorry, man.
It's all good.
Try to use the ring light playing games. Sorry. All right. So, but you're putting people in a position they didn't sign up for.
Facts.
My mom didn't sign up for that. My sister didn't sign up for that. My friends didn't sign up for that. And you are actually making life harder because of you being hard-headed in your decisions. And then so it's one of those things. I would just say, think about other people. Think about what you're doing and how that's going to affect everybody else around you.
So since you made these changes, man, have you helped other people around you? How's your family and your friends and stuff reacting?
I would say, yeah. So I brought my sister, Anama J, too, juicer. I had her juicing and she's juicing now. My mom is slowly getting, I actually make my mom a cucumber juice every morning. She's slowly, like, you know what I'm saying? And thank God. And she's slowly catching on because like, she don't eat like the fruits, but like, you know, I fry mushrooms. She like my fried mushroom. That's all healthy. It's grapeseed oil, some cocoa, some chickpea flour, and that. And she likes that. She likes every time I make something now, she eats it. So it's like that. So yeah, and I got a friend of mine. She had kidney issues. She was in Georgia. She was like, hey, can you give me something? She didn't stick long term to it, but she juiced for 2 weeks and took some herbs and was like, I feel amazing. I know I can live this lifestyle. I gave her some recipes that she can cook with because I like to cook. I'm not gonna lie. I do my fruit thing, but I get busy in the kitchen too. Cause
indeed,
yeah. So, but I always eat fruit. I'm never gonna stop eating fruit like that.
Talk about that balance, man. Like, cause we over here we represent the fruitarian lifestyle. Yeah. You know what's going on. 100 days of watermelon, watermelonwashout.com for those who don't know what the hell is going on June 1st. So so we fruitarianism over here. One thing about me is I love to preach balance. I love to preach balance, but I also say fruitarianism, if you can eat fruits consistently at a high level, then it's the most optimal way of eating.
It is, and that's why I said I'll never stop. Like every day, fruits are incorporated with me. They will never, ever. I will never have a day where I don't eat a ton of fruit or drink.
Indeed,
that will always happen.
But you got that balance also, though. You got that.
I like to cook. I'll make some, but I make everything fresh. Like if I make curry chickpeas, I'll make my own curry powder out of my own ingredients. If I make coconut milk, I'll make sure read your labels, make sure it's pure coconut milk, make sure nothing else is in there. If I use my, like stuff like that. If I make what did I make the other day? I make lion's mane steak. Like take the mushroom, mush it down, make it look like steak. Eat some Brussels sprouts with it. So I find a balance, and I might, if I might eat maybe once a week, maybe twice a week. But after that, it's like I'm eating fruit majority of the time.
That's dope. That's dope. So let's talk about your daily regimen. What kind of fruits you eating? How you do it? How has they benefited you?
Yeah, so I've been like so right now I've been I was watermelon season's back in, so I'm on watermelon right now. So it is what
Fact.
it is. So I was waiting for watermelon season. I was like, but before that, I did the yaki, the green juice thing. But I'm not a big fan of the green juice thing. It was what it was. I tried.
Me neither, man. I did the yaki juice. Shouts out to the brother Yaki too, man. For real. I did the juice. I didn't like the taste of it. I'm a fruit guy. You know what I'm saying? I like fruit juice. Green juice is very beneficial. I'm not trying to tell nobody not to drink it, but I just did not like that juice.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. So I went over to I did like pears, and I went over to pears and what did I do? Pears and strawberries. I switched over to pears and strawberries, and and I was I can't. But I just can't wait for water. I said I can't wait for watermelon season to come back. I can't wait for watermelon. But when I do eat, I made like a fruit salad. I made like some kiwi the other day with some what it was kiwi, pineapple, kiwi, pineapple, some watermelon, some cantaloupe, and some honeydew. So I'll mix it together like that. So, but my day to day right now is like I juice. Like I drink 64 ounces. I drink watermelon all day long.
That's crazy.
I drink and eat water. I do watermelon washout without even knowing I was doing watermelon washout. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it's that time. It's that time. Right. Like hey, you know what though? Let's talk about the fruits though for a minute though.
Yeah.
When you incorporate, let's talk about how you feel and how people. No, that's where I wanted to go. Talk to the people who, when you were sick, right? When you had the stroke and you was going through the MS and you felt bad, were you scared? Like, did you have a fear?
I thought I was gonna die. Like I had a life insurance policy. I had a plan for my sister. I was like, this money goes to this. I thought because they didn't know what I had. I'm probably gonna die. Now I was ready to die. Like I came in my mind that I was gonna die. Like I made it. I was like, I'm gonna die. Like it's time for me to go.
So fear pushed you into the lifestyle, kind of. And you know what? I want to talk to, not kind of pushed you into it, but I want to talk to the people. When we get to that point, when you get to the point of fear inside you, right, from having the MS and thinking you're gonna die, talk to the people right now who make excuses. Like right now, if you heard, I got MS, I got this, and you do everything you can to change that. Talk to the people about the mindset that takes and the willingness you must have to get to from the point you were at to the point you at now.
Yeah, fear, like that process of like, because either it really it does something to you, like it makes you scared, and you're like, I gotta change. And even though like, and you're like, I really gotta change. It like kicks you, like it's like I gotta make some type of adjustment to my life, because if not, I'm not gonna be here. And when you're on that point, like when you like you think you're on your deathbed, it's scary. And you're like, and once that kicks in, you're like, man, I really gotta do something about this. If not, then I'm gonna be gone. And you know, for me, when I finally clicked in my head that this is a lifestyle I want to pursue, because I've always had like the universe and God like always giving me hints like you need to be doing right. Like, so my father had died in 2019 from testicular cancer. I had found Dr. Sebi when I was down there for like 6 months in Atlanta before he had passed. And I was starting to research Dr. Sebi. And I started looking, that's when universe was like, yo, you need to get it right. Because I was looking at recipes for him and looking up like how to eat right and just looking at Dr. Sebi's way of life and all the herbs and stuff like that. So that was the beginning of a journey that I didn't even know that was the beginning of my journey. And then so that was my first kicker, because I've seen my dad die, and for real, we really could have saved if I knew what I would have known now.
That's the crazy part about this, man. That's the crazy part about this. Like, the more we know and the more we learn, the more people we can save or help save themselves. But in like the case you said, like your dad, is too late. It'd be too late. You know,
like, and he was in so much pain and so much agony, but it was just like, and all he did was kept on giving him morphine and what you call it? What's the crazy drug everybody fentanyl, and that still wouldn't stop his pain. They were giving, he'd just still be in pain. And it was just like, I was like, if I would have known what I would have known now, but his journey, I guess his journey was to teach me something. And then, and it was like, and I don't know if I think he might have been in heaven and been like, you doing too much. We got to sit you down. Like he might have been up there like, we got to sit you down because you saw what I went through. You about to go through something and we about to bring you back around to be better. And then so that's with me. Like I said, my journey is like, I'm like living proof of coming out of this and how fruits have saved my life and how they making me better. Like fruit gives me energy. I don't even need coffee. Like I don't need nothing. I get up, I drink watermelon juice. I'm running like the road runner out here.
Facts. Hey man, you know what, man? Hey Stefan, I'm gonna tell you to be honest with you, brother. Like I come from that life, man. You know, I come from the streets. I come from doing bad. I come from all of that, right? And to hear your story, where you come from, and it ain't about the street life. It ain't about all that. It's coming from pain and struggle and bad eating and people dying around you and stuff from these lifestyles. And that's what we doing this for, man. Like, that's why we encouraging people now. That's why we want people to eat healthy. This is about longevity. This is about being vibrant. Who wants to be? We don't have to be old and sick.
No, we don't. Like I said, if you can pass at 120 in your sleep and just be like, oh, he just went while he was asleep.
Yeah,
you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Like you could be like, I be seeing like people, like I love TikTok and stuff because they show like people like 90 years old, 80 years old, still out there like they moving like they 25.
Facts.
Like you just got to eat the right stuff, and it's like we've been so programmed. We are so programmed to do wrong. Like that's a true statement. We are programmed to do wrong. It's like we are not programmed to do the right thing. Like we have everything. God, like everything on this earth has been given to us that we need. Comes out the ground. Comes out of Mother Earth. She has provided everything we need, and they just polluted it and messed it up. And we have just been so deprogrammed not to realize that. And it's just like they tell you, like I say, even like me, they're like, "Oh, fruit is bad. Fruit is full of sugar." That's a lie.
Facts.
Like, how can you say that?
Fruit is help you save your life. Fruit has changed everything that's going on.
My life, like it's changed my life. It changed my vibrations. I think totally different. I don't even. My mindset is nowhere near where it used to be about the stuff I cared about now. So it's just like, and fruit does bring you to another hobby, take you to another level, another spiritual level. Like, and you know what I'm talking about. So,
indeed.
And once you get there, it's like, and the truth is, and to say this too, once you live this lifestyle, once you see the truth, you can't unsee it. Like, and that's a lot of people don't see the truth. That's one thing too. A lot of people that are low vibrations, they don't see it. But once you truly see it, you cannot go back and be like, I'm about to mess up, because you just can't. Like, you just like, I'd be a fool to go back to that.
I just don't get it. Like we got examples everywhere. You done healed yourself from MS. You didn't got your kidneys functioning back properly. You know what I'm saying? You done stopped drinking. You're in a better place in your life. You helping other people around you. I don't get why people don't get this. I don't get why people not taking heed at the ultimate level. And you know what I can appreciate about you? I know what I can appreciate about you, and keep this. Shouts out to my brother Casino Crisis too, because we got to get in tune, family. Everybody can't be like everybody. Everybody ain't everybody. I love that you have the balance. You feel me? And you said it. I love cooking.
Yeah, I do. I enjoy it. Like I said, I don't do it all the time, but when I get in the kitchen, I get busy. And I got some recipes. I'm not like, I don't eat it all the time, but when I do want to cook something, like I said, I'm about to make some, I got something in my head. I want to make some chickpea flour pineapples. I want to fry them up and then take some, what's that plant called? The cacao plant, not the cacao, the cocoa one, the natural one. I'm gonna get that, throw some honey up in there, make a little syrup, make some chickpea, make some pineapple fried donuts. Like, I'm gonna do that. Like I said, I like to cook. I like to get busy. Like, that's what I like to do. But I don't do it all the time. But I like to enjoy it. But now I get to enjoy it from the earth. Like, it's from the earth. I'm making it like that. It's from Mother Nature. I'm cool with that. And like, I don't understand why people don't like to listen, and people don't like to be real with themselves.
Indeed.
And like, people like to look at that mirror. You gotta look in that mirror and just say, man, you messing up. Like, you messing up. Like, you need to get like kick yourself in the butt.
That balance, man, I commend you on that, because so many people struggling with that. So many people struggling with perfectionism, and to feel good about what you're doing. Like, you feel good. Fruit is life.
Yeah.
Like fruit is life, and I eat cooked food, and I do what I do. I love that. Family, talk about fruit is life. How did you come up with that? What's that about?
So Fruit is Life happened in January because I started to shoot like videos and like just putting my story out and stuff like that. In my video, I kept on saying, "Don't forget y'all, fruit is life." And I was at my sister's house. I was like, Shannon, like, you know, I'm about to start a company called Fruit is Life. So I did it. I called my friend, I called my friend AJ up. I was like, hey man, can you put together a logo for me? So, and he was like, I got you. So he put together a logo, and it was so simple. And I was like, this is where it's at. You know what I'm saying? So the logo was like, the logo was like, it was simple. And I was just
There
like,
it is.
yeah, I was like, man, I was like, I said, this is it. But it felt right. Like, it felt right. It didn't feel wrong. It felt like this is what it's supposed to be.
Facts.
So
that's how I felt when my cousin designed my Fruit Up logo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I seen it for the first time, I was like, that's it.
Yeah.
And you know, this is dope. Look at this. Man, share this live. Like, we gotta get in tune, people. We are two black men who came from struggle, came from alcoholism, came from obesity, came from MS, came from all type of stuff, and we sitting here talking about Fruit Up. Fruit is life. If this cannot be commended, what else can we do?
And I
what
think
else y'all want us to do?
Like I said, I think a lot of us need to start connecting more, like our movements, like putting our movements together. And like there's another brother named Clifton Tomlin who I started following too.
Shout out to my brother Cliff. Shout out to my brother Cliff Tomlin. I made a reel about Cliff the other day.
Yeah, that's my guy right there. I love his story too. So it's like all of us, we can start, because nobody has to be beating each other. Nobody has to be like outdoing each other. We all with the same movement. We all doing the same thing. And it's like, I love the love that we have for each other.
Man,
bro. And that's the thing, because we all come from that struggle. We all come from that pain. And we all turned it around. Like, you don't have to live in pain. Like, you don't have to. Like, that's when people don't realize, like, you don't have to be, you can be happy and be at peace. Like, there's such a simple life. And it's just eat the fruit, eat healthy, get your body right, get your mind right.
Too many examples of us now. There's too many examples of us now. Like you said, the brother Cliff Tomlin doing big things over there and inspiring the people. And with this, man, like you said, like how I reached out.
Yeah,
like you said, I reached out to you, in January?
Yeah, January, yeah, on IG. Yeah, you was like, hey,
when you just started, Joe.
I just started. Like, I wasn't even like getting everything together. I just started Fruit is Life when you hit me up. Matter of fact, I just got that incorporated.
That's what I do, family. I like my people. Like, shouts out to my sister Jadica Amber Henderson, who's in here showing love all the time. That's what we do. We bringing people together. We want to bring out the stories of the people who leveling up. That's what this is about. The real ones are back. Yeah, we showing the real ones. So if you out there putting that work in, we coming to get you and put your story on the platform so you can start leveling up and helping other people.
Yeah, and I appreciate it. Like I said, Jadica, like I said, because she was because she started following me, I was like, all right. She said, hey, you know, I like your story. She's like, would you like to be on the Bobby Smith? So I was like, yeah. So she was like, I'm gonna set it up. And she put the play together. I was like, okay, so
indeed, that's what we do, family. Shouts out to my sister Jadica. Live podcast starting tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern time on Fruit Up with Bobby Smith YouTube. We talking conspiracies. It's called Juice Champs Conspiracy Chats. Me and Jadica, it's going down. So I'm excited about that, man. Listen, me and you gonna work together. Matter of fact, you know, see, we doing I'm washing out 142 days, and I do this for myself. I don't do this for the world. I don't do this to showboat. I do showboat while I do it for myself.
Okay, and I think I want to say about that, and what I like about you, and you know about us, we just record what we do. Like, we live this lifestyle, cameras on, camera off. It's gonna happen. Like, I'm a juice. I'm gonna make this food. I'm gonna live like this regardless. I just record it to try to, like, you know, get some people, let people know, make it a little entertaining for y'all. But if y'all was if I didn't have any social media, I still was gonna live this life. So it's gonna happen regardless.
And you said it perfectly. I ain't get on social media until September 2022.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah.
I took a whole year off just to do this.
Yeah.
So you got to get into that. I come from the essence. Like I got online to show people how I changed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm on here to change the vibration of the planet, and I'm meeting people who doing the same thing. The only way you change the vibration of the planet, family, is by changing your vibration, raising your vibration. That's how you raise the vibration of the planet. You can't do it for nobody else. You got to do it for yourself. And hey, brother, I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm inspired, man. You know, like that's what inspires me. That the people who just like me. I just came from where you come from 2 years ago.
Yeah, we all came from that same place, man. Like I said, it's amazing to meet people like that and running people like, man, like it really works. Like you can't. That's why I said you can't tell me. Like I said, I be going to war for you in them comments. I'd be like, man, you tripping.
Indeed.
I just like, you know, I'm vibrating higher. I was like, let me stop going to these people. I was like, I'll be coming for their neck. I'll be like,
they make you come for them, man. Yeah, and that's what we leveling up though, man. The family, that's what it's about too. Riding, because when you know somebody doing right, it feel right.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. We living off feeling, and that's what this fruit do. It make you live based off how you feel, but you start feeling so good that it radiates to other people.
Yeah,
that's what it is. You feeding your energy. You feeding the correct energy, and
they see it in you. They see it in your face. They see it in that. I remember people like, oh man, you're looking too skinny. I'm like, man, I ain't skinny. I'm healthy. I can run faster than you. I can go farther than you. I'm stronger than you right now.
Facts.
I was like, we're not supposed to be big and built. We're supposed to be slim. Like that's our natural build. Like that's who we're supposed to be.
Indeed.
And I was just like, yeah. So like this lifestyle, this it just elevates you to a certain level, and it's like people, and like eventually it'll rub off on people around you though. People be like, man, that's crazy. Like,
yeah. I'm telling you, bro, I get up every day now, right? I got this Fruit Up Till 5 community, right? Yeah. And what I did is I made this community, and I held myself accountable. And what I started doing is getting up every day at 5 a.m. I get up every day at 5 a.m. I go live every single day in the group at 7 a.m., right? And what it's done for my life, family, is put me on another level. Consistency and routine is everything.
Yeah,
it's everything. My day starts so bright. Like I couldn't wait to talk to you tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, I already know what it's gonna bring. I love this energy for our people. That's why we're doing the watermelon washout. It ain't about no money. We gonna get some money because we gonna work our ass off. We gonna work our ass off and we deserve the money, but it ain't even about that. It's about getting people together so we can raise the vibration of the planet. Yeah, look what we doing for ourselves. Imagine if we do this on a large scale.
Yeah, like I said, if there's 100,000 of us doing this, it'd be
stop. We unstoppable. We unstoppable. So man, welcome to the family. Welcome to the movement. Hey man, I'm so honored to be a part of your journey, man.
Like I said, you inspire me. Like you the reason why like I really like got on this whole fruit thing. Like I said, like how you, because that rawness where you be like, man, just eat some fruit. Like just eat fruit. It ain't hard. Eat some fruit. And I was like, he right, man. Like this ain't rocket science.
It ain't.
And people like, because they try to over everything is overcomplicated. It's not over. Everything's simple. Like life is supposed to be simple. Like matter of fact, I got like 13 plants in my room, right? And all they need is just water. And I check their soil, make sure that's all they need, and they grow. And it's like God put that here, like, yo, like this is what life is supposed to be like. It ain't supposed to be complicated.
I love that analogy. All they need is sunlight and water, and they be like, hey, you put some water in a plant that's struggling, and come back the next day or two, like, damn, that motherfucker standing strong.
Back, you're like, man, you see like new leaves and stuff growing on them. You're like, that's all they do. Like they don't ask for nothing else. Some water and sunlight. That's all our body needs is just fruits, some good food, and that's it. And some sun. Get yourself some sun too out there, man. And you good to go.
It's essential. I do it every day now. We leveling up. The summer's here. The vibrations is raising. I feel it, man. It's a good time. Like I said, it's a great time to be alive. Watermelon season is approaching strong. I've never seen this many people eating watermelon this early.
Man, let me say the watermelon lady. she comes, so she started. So I mean, it's like crackheads out. Everybody out there, like when she you know what I'm saying? She has a big thing. Like, I really want to I want to kind of hopefully one day get enough money so I can build her a greenhouse where she can grow all year round. Because she stops growing between I think November to April. Yeah. I was like, if we can raise enough money for her to get a greenhouse so she can grow all year round, I was like, that would be crazy. But yeah, and so she's the reason why that saved me. Like, you put me on a watermelon, I found the watermelon. And another thing I want to tell people is go look. Like, people always dependent on one source. Like, oh, they ain't got it at the grocery store, farmers market. There's farms. There's people around. You might have to drive a couple hours, but a couple hours will be a $20,000 health bill.
Facts.
You know, go look. Stop being lazy. You'll scroll online all day, scrolling. Go take care of yourself. Get out there and do something. You know, so that's what I would tell you. Get off your butt and go look and go get that fruit. Oh man, we're done. Hello? I think we timed out. That was a dope conversation. I think. Oh, hello? Did we time out?
Computer had something happened with my computer. I don't even know what happened.
Oh, no problem.
But can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah. Hold on, give me 1 second, family.
Okay, no problem.
Bum, 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 bum. Oh, you can hear me, Auntie? Yeah, so I'm telling you, brother, it's been crazy, man. It's been crazy. I'm glad to be a part of your journey, man.
Hey, yeah, man, you're the reason. You're a big part of my journey, man. So I appreciate you having me. I never thought I'd meet you. I never thought I'd be here talking to you. Like, that's the crazy part. I was like, man, I never saw it coming. That's the thing. I wasn't thinking this far ahead. I was like, I'm just going to start this movement, and I was just like, but you definitely inspired me. I was like, man, I gotta get this fruit up game. I gotta get this thing moving.
Yeah, hold on. All right. Dun, 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 dun.